Welcome to Discover Greater Lansing. Whether you're exploring the rich history of the state capital or indulging in incredible local food, there's always something exciting happening here. Discover living. Discover mobility. Discover downtown. Discover giving back. Greater Lansing offers breathtaking activities and outdoor adventures, ensuring a perfect balance of city life and natural beauty. Discover the warmth. Discover the charm. Discover Greater Lansing. The journey begins now.
Hello and welcome back to Discover Greater Lansing, where we talk about everything that's in the Greater Lansing area to live, work, and play and just have a great time. Today, I'm so glad to have Julie back. Julie Pinkston, President and CEO of Choose Lansing. She is the ambassador for our great region. And Julie, it's so great to have you here this morning.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here and share some good news about the region.
Well, we can't wait to hear all about it.
Great.
So Choose Lansing is kind of a newer thing. Do you want to talk a little bit about what Choose Lansing is and what the mission is for your organization?
Yes, of course. So Choose Lansing has a 60 plus year history in the community, but we were commonly known as the Greater Lansing Convention and Visitors Bureau, which is a lot of words. So a 2 years ago, we decided to rebrand, and Choose Lansing was what the research pointed us to, that people come here, they make a choice to visit, to attend an event, to be part of our community, to live, work, and play, as you said. So we own that, and we thought our mission really gravitates to that, where we are really focused on promoting this community to bring visitors here to affect the economy in a very positive way, but also to improve our quality of life here for those that live here. That what we do brings people here, brings more economic development, more economic growth, and that affects us all in a very positive way.
Absolutely. So you go out, you're not just in the city of Lansing, you go probably all over,
right,
maybe even the world, to just talk about all the great things that are right here. Right. And what a great name, Choose Lansing. It's pretty straightforward.
We tell you what we want you to do, don't
we?
Right.
And your destination
Right.
is right here. And you mentioned a little bit about the economic impact that tourism has. And we hear about it, of course, we have our pure Michigan and all the attributes that go with our great state, but specifically here, what kind of economic impact? And tell us like what all those pieces look like.
Absolutely. So we have a study that's done every couple years, and the most recent one that we released just a few months ago shows that the economic impact of visitors to our community is $732 million that's brought in. That's money that's not in this community, that's coming to this community. I like to say it's $750 million. It sounds like a lot more, doesn't it? It does. So, and that comes from people coming and staying in our hotels, going to our restaurants, attending festivals, all the things that add up to a great visit for everyone that wants to come here, but also helps our local businesses, helps the places that they go to, whether it be in Old Town or if they get to Mason, St. John's, that we represent this entire mid-Michigan, Tri-County area. So we don't care where they go, we just want them to come here and spend their money and then go back to where they came from and then tell their friends and family to come and visit us as well.
Absolutely. So I recently was in my home state of Pennsylvania,
Nice.
And I walk in with a Spartan jersey on because it was that time of year to wear our Spartan gear, and I hear a "Go Green," and
you immediately said "Go White,"
and they're like, "Wow, you really are from Michigan,"
right?
And people sometimes get Michigan State confused when you move out of this area, but you're there to set everybody straight on, we're the green and white region. Right?
Absolutely. We are very fortunate in this community. We get to promote kind of a balancing act of being a state capital and having all the things that go with that, but then also being the home of a Big Ten university and having that great energy with sports, with all the academic accolades that the university brings, the alumni base, and over 53,000 students that come here. They're an influx into our economy, to our community, and then they have a lot of people that come visit them and explore our area and take back what they've learned while they've been here. So the university is a cornerstone of a lot of what we do.
Absolutely. It's athletics, but there is so much more, even though they may come in for a game. what are some of the highlights? What are the big hooks to get people and groups to come into our region? The state capitol is an obvious one, but outside of that, what are some of the other kind of things that set us apart, differentiate Lansing, the Lansing region from other areas of the country?
Right. Well, with that balance that we have, having the assets of the university with that state capital feel in our community, it's really helped our community grow in a couple different ways. So we have some unique assets like our Impression 5 Science Center, which is one of the top science centers in the country and actually recently named by Newsweek magazine as the best children's center in the country.
Wow.
So that's a very big achievement for them. So that hits our downtown Lansing area. But then people come here for a lot of amateur sports, and we're able to use the great athletic facilities we have around the community, especially affiliated with the university. And some of those, like we host almost as many as we can of the high school athletic associations, state finals or state championships, where people can come here and play in those big venues, and they're coming from the UP of Michigan. So that's a great opportunity for them to feel like they're in that big environment and making a presence at this very high level. But we also have events that people probably wouldn't even think about. We have the second largest trap shooting grounds in the country, and so we host a number of events. It's out towards Mason. It's in Mason, and people, over 7,000 athletes, come for the summer to do the clay target shooting, where they shoot the targets out of the sky. It's a great group, and they get all over the community. They visit places everywhere from downtown to Old Town to East Lansing. So they are immersed in our community, even though they're at an event out in Mason. So we've got just where people come here and want to explore and find all those things, because we have a little bit for everybody. We don't have that one thing that defines us as a community. We have a lot of things that bring people together and bring people here. And certainly over the summer and fall months, we see so many festivals. I think you can double and triple up on a particular weekend on the festival opportunities. We also know a lot of people come here and see our great arts and cultural opportunities, like the Lansing Symphony, like the Wharton Center for Performing Arts, that has so many great and unique opportunities for performances. And so we just have so many things that it's hard to just say we have one thing. It's like, oh, we have a beach. No, we have so much that you can enjoy, and every day is different here.
Absolutely. And that's when you talk about these athletes, and I used to clay shoot.
Oh, you did?
Back,
Okay.
Yes.
Love it.
Up in the sky.
Yeah.
And it's fun. But it's not only the athletes that come or the participants, they bring their family, their their extended friends and group, and they go out and explore and discover things about.
Absolutely.
And I always find it interesting that sometimes people who have been born and raised there, what's the deal in Lansing? And for us, for us people that are right here, the opportunities, and this show has introduced me to so many different things, from eating out on campus and all the great food you can get, to these athletic events that are coming in, and all these people are just coming in and bringing their people with them,
right?
And then they're coming back, because that's the key, right? That we make it so welcoming, and so that's why I never left.
Exactly.
And it's that it's a very welcoming Midwest destination.
Right. We do hear that a lot, that we're very welcoming here. We also hear, not to be ironic, but that it's very green here.
Yes.
But more so just because we have so many trails and trees, and the campus is so beautiful that people, I don't think, expect that when they get here. It's more of an urban thought that they have, that we have that heritage of automotive and things like that, so maybe they're thinking that we're not going to have green spaces, but that's been something that people are always commenting on, and definitely about being very welcoming. We actually have a program that we call our Certified Tourism Ambassador Program, which is open to anybody, and it really just helps people understand the importance of visitors to our community, that visitor economy, but it also really helps you understand the community. So if someone is coming to visit you, or someone's coming to this community and you want to show them around, there's this opportunity for you to know more of all those hidden gems, things you might not know, secret parking places, whatever that might be, so that they can understand that. So the Certified Tourism Ambassador Program we've had for 15 years in this community, and it really has moved that needle to understand the importance of visitors, but also that strong desire for us to be that welcoming destination and that Midwestern hospitality that everyone's known for. But we really do see that here, and that program helps solidify a lot of that for us.
Yes, and I'm sure there's going to be where people can find out about that if they want to get involved and become an ambassador for your own city, for your own region. What a great volunteer thing to do, right?
Right, and we offer opportunities for people to network and get involved by seeing the places that they haven't seen before. We've offered behind-the-scenes tours at the Capitol, at the Supreme Court Justice Building, which many people have not probably entered ever. So just ways to know more and understand more so that you can be that ambassador for our community.
Right, so much to do, so much to do. And we're getting into the season where people are coming out of doors a little bit more. So summer and fall, what do you have in store for those of us who are here or those maybe coming to visit?
Right, well, there's so many things coming that are being built, that are being developed, that this community is going to be able to watch and see them grow up right before us. There's the Ovation for Performing Arts. Now that's not going to be this fall, it'll be next fall in 2026, but that's something that we can watch and get excited about because we're looking forward to the impact that that makes of having a live concert venue, a performance space that will be able to accommodate up to 2,000 people, 1,800 people. So it's going to be right in the heart of downtown. But we also are looking forward to some of the events that are coming. We're hosting the NCAA cross-country regionals and nationals for the entire country to come in and explore us. And that is really a testament that we hosted them before. They had a great time here. Our community stepped up and helped them plan a very seamless event. And so they wanted to come back. And that's, that's countries or cities from around the country bidding on that to come to their destinations, and we have it right here coming back because they enjoyed their experience so much.
And it's all about the experience,
right?
And every interaction. So it goes from their event they're attending or coming to do, where they're staying, where they're eating, and so all those interactions are touch points and experiences that they can take back and now bringing it closer to the community. How is Choose Lansing involved with the community, and how do you stay connected and build those relationships that are so important?
Right. So our team probably does that every day. And that's the great part of our jobs and why we love what we do. We get to connect with our partners within the community to just brainstorm new ideas, new ways to do things from what we hear people want to do here. So people might want to have a opportunity to have a bigger sports venue, and we are looking at what that could bring to the community. So just really being in the right places, having the right conversations, and having a team that's willing to be creative and really talk further about ideas and that we can do this here. It's not just because we're a smaller destination or in the Midwest, whatever the case may be, that holds us back sometimes. It's like we can do these things, and we can have an impact for our community that makes a difference.
Right. And I just, in my 30 years here in the region, there's now multiple hotels, there's multiple places to eat from all different parts of the world, places to eat and enjoy. And so that synergy of all these things coming together. So you have your crystal ball. You've been with Choose Lansing, CVB, for 30 plus years, right?
That is correct.
Oh, wow. We were just babies, I think, when
we were.
we started.
Absolutely, we were.
And you've seen so much growth and change. When you look to the future, what excites you about what's coming, what's happening, the vibe you're feeling?
Yeah, so I think about that a lot, quite honestly. The tourism and hospitality industry had a rough go during the pandemic. Yes. It's been 5 years now, and I see those things happening now, and that's what we've been trying to promote. I mentioned the Ovation, but City Hall is moving in downtown Lansing, and that allows that building to become a hotel in the future, the near future. There's a lot of things that are happening on campus as well, some possibilities with a development that might include a hotel or an arena. Those are about to hopefully finalize, but we'll see. So there's just always something that's developing that gets us to talk further, because our organization, when we were talking about meetings and conventions coming here, talking about amateur sporting events coming here, we're selling those into 2028, into 2030, because people book that far ahead. And so we need to know what that is, and that's why we've been very excited about what's coming and what's available for everyone in the community. That's the great thing about our role and what we're able to execute, is that it helps us bring visitors here, but it helps the whole community thrive and do better and enjoy those same opportunities.
Absolutely. Growth it impacts you. When we say, it's kind of come cliche, work, live, and play, but really you don't just come here to work. You want the things that make your life so robust, and from every age, from the youngest of our residents and visitors to the oldest. And when they can come together intergenerationally, that's just a wonderful thing as well. And we only have a minute or two here left, Julie, and we could spend all day talking about just all those cool things that make our region so great. But the river is like, it's our gem, and I love getting out there and kayaking, and my friends have, boats. Anything going on with the river?
So there are so many conversations about the river trail, or the river trail on the river, the river trail and the river, and a water trail. So all of those things coming together, because like you, everyone has gravitated to that outdoor recreation and doing more. And we have such a gem running right through our community that's been hidden for a number of years. So how do we make that come forward? We've been working as a group to have more activation along the downtown riverfront, but then how do we keep connecting and keep bringing people to understand the importance of the river? I've been energized by a lot of the river cleanups, because they're really then creating more ways to use the river with those cleanups as well, making it available to all.
Well, nobody loves Lansing as much as you, Julie.
Thanks.
And our time together is always so enjoyable and insightful about the great things to come. And thanks for coming today, sharing a little sneak peek of what's ahead, and just celebrating our region.
My pleasure.
Appreciate
And
it.
remember, it all starts with a visit.
All right, there you go.
Hi, I have Robin Ryan here today with me from Eastbrook Homes. We're going to talk about building trends. There's all kinds of cool stuff going on. Robin, so tell me, what are you seeing? Dining rooms or dens?
I am finding more flex rooms. They've actually changed the wording.
Okay.
So a flex room could be a dining room or office or a formal living room.
Okay.
I do still occasionally have someone that wants that formal dining room, but the majority are looking for a more versatile room.
Okay. What about colors?
Colors, we're still in the grays.
Okay.
I feel like that's going to start trending a little bit more to the whites is what I've kind of been seeing. Pantries are very popular.
Gotcha.
I know working in the 90s and 2000s, you didn't see the pantries in the kitchens now, and that's a very desirable option.
That's important for me as we're talking about resale, because the average person is going to look at 7 to 10 years maybe selling that home. So we want to make sure that those boxes are checked. So do they meet with you? Does a buyer meet with you, and do you kind of go through those types of things with them in the consultation?
They do. They meet with me. I find out what their specific needs are, what they're looking for. With Eastbrook Homes, we can customize any of our plans to meet their specific needs.
Nice.
I work with a lot of people that work from home, so they need a home office, or I have multi-generational families also, and they may be looking for separate suites.
Nice, nice. Okay, so one last quick question for you. What about handicap accessibility?
We can work with handicap accessible. We can lower the foundation, do a 0-step entry, work with handicap doorways and showers.
Nice.
Anything that you need, we can work with.
Great. Call Eastbrook today. Robin's the best.
Hi, I'm Deanna East, and I'm with Michigan State University Extension. And I'm here today with Erica Kleitz, who is an MSU Extension educator with the Michigan Sea Grant Program. Erica, you're here to talk about aquatic invasive species. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So invasive species are those that are not native to our ecosystem and that they cause some type of harm to Michigan's economy, environment, or to human health. So they're things that came from somewhere else. They can be any type of thing, an animal, a plant, even a microorganism can be invasive. And then aquatic invasive species just means that they are found in or near the water.
So what can people do to stop the spread of these invasive species?
So an important one is that most of these species don't travel that quickly by themselves, but they are moved around quickly by human activities. So making sure to clean off boats and also any gear, anything else that goes in the water, that can really help prevent the spread, especially if you're doing activities, recreational or anything else in the water.
Are there any particular species you focus on, and why?
So we tend to focus on the species that are new to the state, so they're either not present in the state at all or they're present in very low numbers. And the reason for that is those are the species we have a best chance of either managing, preventing their spread further, or sometimes even eradicating them, making sure that they don't spread throughout the state.
And so how can people learn more about this?
So if they want to learn more about aquatic invasive species, we have a free online course through our My Paddle Stewards program that people can check out via our website. There's also a lot of other trainings out there that people might be interested in and can check out as well.
Thank you, Erica. And thank you again for joining us to learn more about MSU Extension programs.
Hi, today we're here with Chris Swope, the president of the Lansing Rotary Club. Chris, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So I understand that to join the Lansing Rotary Club, there is a process. Can you talk a little bit about the process of joining the club?
Sure. So the first step is to come as a guest. We ask that before joining the club, you come to 3 meetings, so sort of get a feel, get to know people a little bit, and that way you know what you're getting into and we get to know you a little bit. Then you would apply, and we publish in our newsletter that you've applied so that if anybody wants to praise you or has any concerns, and then our board accepts you as a member. So it's relatively easy to join, and it's a great experience.
It really is. As a fellow Rotarian, I can attest to that. So I understand that there is a new corporate membership. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're really excited about our new corporate membership. So if you're involved with an organization that wants to be a member and you want to be a member, but you're concerned about making the meetings on a regular basis, with the corporate membership, you have one lead member of your organization, and then you can have 2 additional members, and you can rotate who goes to the meetings. So, if you want to stay involved, it's a great way to have multiple people come to the meeting and be involved with our organization and give back to your community.
That's fantastic. And how often do you meet?
We meet once a week generally, and usually once a month we do something other than our regular lunch meeting. So most of the year we do Thursday evening social events, and then during the summertime, we usually do a picnic at the Rotary Club instead of our indoor traditional meeting.
Thanks a lot, Chris, for that great information.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Tolulope Adedoku of University of Michigan Health Sparrow. This is a very important topic that affects many of us. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States, often striking without warning and leaving lasting impacts on the lives of patients and families. Today, joining us, we have Dr. Adan Alexander Kassir, an interventional and structural heart cardiologist at University of Michigan Health Sparrow, Heart and Vascular. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
What kinds of patients or heart conditions typically benefit from structural heart procedures such as TAVR or a MitraClip?
Well, in short answer, it's patients with valvular heart disease. Severe heart valve problem needs to be repaired. Those are medical procedures done through a transcatheter approach, minimally invasive approach, to repair or replace a heart valve.
Wow, that sounds very complex. And so what new innovations and technologies are in your field today that will make a difference for these patients?
Well, we're particularly excited that we now have a catheter approach to repair or replace the tricuspid valve. And that's newly in the market, and now we can offer that to our patients, so that's very exciting.
So what advice would you give to patients and families with complex heart conditions?
Right. Valvular heart disease could be subtle and could be overwhelming to patients and families. My grandmother had TAVR about 10 years ago and started me on this field. I would say don't dismiss your symptoms. Feel free to reach out to us anytime for an expert opinion. We're always available for you.
Thank you so much, doctor.
CATA's Regional Mobility Solutions makes a difference in our community. hear what riders and community leaders have to say about the value CATA delivers to the capital city area.
Downtown Lansing Inc. is the downtown management agency. We are a grassroots volunteer-led organization who's focused on really promoting the culture and sustainability of our downtown central business district while lifting up our local businesses and our residents. Shaping the future of an entire community alongside so many critical partners, it's rewarding. Creating spaces where businesses can really grow and become part of the long-term success and sustainability of not just downtown, but our entire city as well. CATA is one of those huge partners that do so much and bring so much to our community, from providing affordable and equitable transportation options for anyone who, whether they're coming in for work, they're coming to visit, they're being part of community events. They give funding assistance. They show up and provide the expertise too in how we're going to rework certain bus routes for a school group, for instance. It's about the connections and it's about the people and places that make up our community, and CATA really understands that and does it very efficiently with the human element that is so important, and clearly articulates and spells out the different routes and mobility options that they offer.
In general, I think having public transportation options is better, not only for people who don't have access to their own transportation, but it's also just a more environmentally friendly way to get a lot of people around a lot of places.
We've used CATA on and off ever since we moved out here to Michigan 11 years ago, mainly in between having cars, and it's just really helped us get from like point A to point B, whether it's work, appointments, shopping, pretty much wherever we need to go.
I'm Julie Thomasma, CEO at Child and Family Charities, and with me today I have Yolanda Pope. She is the founder and executive director of DAP Services and Resources.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, and please just tell us what DAP stands for.
DAP stands for Dignified Aging Project. And our organization, we focus on addressing the disparities in aging. So we focus on helping seniors navigate through the aging process and attaining stability so they can focus on their health care, managing their health care issues.
I love your mission and the work that you do, and it fits so well with so many of the things that we do. And we're so excited to have you on the campus of our new nonprofit hub. Can you tell us a little about what that means for you? I know you've been doing work there for a while now.
Yeah, it means that we are able to open up our senior drop-in center, which is a resource center for seniors in our community to come in and have access to resources as far as care coordination, resource facilitation, and technology. So we're excited about opening that up at the end of spring.
Very good. And talk to me a little bit too about the other groups that are in there and how you've been working with them.
Oh yes, it has been great to have the collaborative support just to help with event navigation, just navigating how to answering questions for our nonprofit. So it's been nice to have a team to help us work through our challenges.
A one-stop shop.
Right.
Makes it much easier for people who need services. So how do we learn more about what you're doing and how to get involved?
You can go to our website, dapservice.org. We are always looking for volunteers. We are currently planning our first fundraiser of the year. Join our website.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
Wow, what another great show and another reason to discover Greater Lansing. So many wonderful things happening in our great, great community. From living, working, and playing, we've got it right here in Greater Lansing. Thanks for joining us.